Alright, the extra credit problem. I normally don't show extra credit on test reviews, but I figured if you take the time to look at these videos and go through all of these, and even after that, look at the extra credit video, you deserve extra credit on the test. So I'm not even going to change this extra credit problem for the test. This is your treat for taking the time to go through all this. So I just want to let you know that I appreciate you if you did, and I would just wish everybody would. Because you would end up with 100 on the test if you did plus extra credit. So I know we haven't done this in class, graphing the inequalities for absolute value or absolute value inequalities, but it's the same process as graphing lines that are inequalities. So how would I graph just f of x equals 1 over 4 times x minus 2? I know that anything on the absolute values in the inside of the absolute value symbols, so the x minus 2, because I'm subtracting, it's going to shift it right. So it's going to shift my vertex from right here in the middle over 2. Now I'm not adding or subtracting anything, any k, on the right hand side. So it's not going to shift it up or down. It's going to stay right at that 2. I know that my slope is also 1 over 4, so up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4 on both sides of my vertex. And if I draw my lines through those points, what I'm going to end up with is a V-shaped graph, like all absolute value functions are. Now, why did I use a solid line for this? Well, whenever we graph solid lines for lines, if there's an equal underneath the absolute value symbol, we're still going to use a solid line. So in this case, it's solid. Now, if that equal wasn't there, we would have done a dotted line. Now, when we graph the absolute value functions before, a positive slope is going to give you a normal looking V, not an upside down V, and that's what we have in this case. So all that checks out. The last thing, other than deciding if my line is dotted or solid, is checking to see shading. Remember from graphing, I keep saying absolute value, from graphing inequalities, that if it's greater than, you shade above because you want all the solutions that are greater than that line. This is no different. We're going to graph everything above the absolute value. So that is going to be our extra credit answer for this. It's basically taking two concepts you've already learned and just putting them together. You really already know how to do it, and I'm confident you would have got it on the test anyway, but I just wanted to reward you for taking the time to do this today. I appreciate it.